Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, beautiful souls. How are you guys doing? I really hope that you all are doing well and are in a good state of iman. This is Life of Muslimah, and it's going to be my first ever video sitting like this and talking about some stuff. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it's going to be fun and exciting. Today I'm going to discuss and highlight the life of a Muslim medical student in Batumi, Georgia, and how is it in general living here, our university environment as well. And I'm going to share some experiences. So let's begin. So for new people out there in this video, I'm a final year medical student living in Batumi, Georgia. It's almost going to be 1 year here in Georgia, but it's because I was previously in Ukraine, and after the Russia-Ukraine war, I had to take transfer here. Georgia. It's a beautiful country with friendly people, delicious food, and a fascinating culture. It is predominantly an Orthodox Christian country, but it also has a lot of religion, especially Batumi. It is a religiously diverse city with a lot of religions, including Orthodox Christians, Catholic Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, a lot of them. The local people of Georgia are really amazing. When you have a conversation with them, they're so lovely and friendly people. They'll help you out in every situation. I'm talking about most of the cases, because not everyone is friendly with you, not everyone is comfortable with you, but in general, the young people, the overall people are very friendly and they will help you out in every situation. There are a lot of Muslims. You can find local hijabis as well, and they're so beautiful, mashallah. They're just so beautiful. Sometimes when you travel by a cab, the cab driver is Muslim and they're just so friendly. They're so happy to see you, like as an Indian, as a hijabi. They're always like, oh my god, you're Indian, you're a hijabi, oh my god, mashallah. And they suddenly start showing the pictures of the family. They show their wives, they show their daughters, that see, she's my daughter, she's a Hafiz al-Quran. And they just love showing their family, and it's just so beautiful when I see them. Even and in general, even the Christian ones, they're so excited to meet you. They have a chat with you, they ask where are you from, and they want to know how your culture is and how you're liking here. And if you speak a few words in Georgian, they're going to love it, by the way. They're like, oh my god, you know Georgian, they're so nice. They're such beautiful, lovely people. Different religious places, it definitely has a lot of church. It do have a synagogue, it have a mosque as well, alhamdulillah, and there is a separate section for Muslim women to pray. But usually on Jummahs you really cannot pray, because the female area is also occupied by men, because on Jummah there is a lot of crowd who come to pray. So yes, in the other days you definitely can go, the girls can go and pray, definitely, but not on Fridays. There are a lot of men who come on Friday and they just occupy our place. Next, let's talk about some food. Food is just great and it's delicious here. And if I talk on particularly about the halal food, you can find a variety of halal food, like alhamdulillah. All the Indian restaurants, all the Arabic restaurants are halal. You can find different cuisines, halal different cuisines like Indian, Arabic, Yemenis, Egyptian food, Palestinian food. You can find Turkish food, Turkish of course, because you know it's just on the border, and you can find a lot of Turkish halal food, and many other. And despite these all different cuisines and countries' food, the local Georgian food also you can find halal, and there are a lot of options for that as well. So alhamdulillah, in that case you're not going to worry for halal food. Despite all these restaurants and foods, let me tell you about the franchisees like Wendy's, Subway, Burger King, and etc. Except McDonald's and KFC, others say that they are halal. But personally, I think you really should avoid them, because you never know what's happening inside the kitchen, because they do serve pork as well. So it's really a matter of fact where you are really confused that you should eat or should not. So I think you should avoid that, because you already have a lot of different halal options also, like local food. And there are many Turkish franchises. There are many Turkish lines which provide you with good fried chicken and burgers and Subways which are halal. So I think, yeah, you should go for that stuff, and they're good as well. Tourist time in Batumi or in Georgia general, it starts from May and it continues till September, and it's really crowded. You can find a lot of people coming from different parts of the world, especially like predominantly from the Middle East. So at that time, you can find a lot of hijabis and a lot of niqabis roaming around. As the word niqabi came, let me just make it clear that I'm not a full-time hijabi. I just cover my face on social media. So let's talk about my university. I study in Bao International University, and it's a globally diverse university. It has students from Egypt, Russia, India, majorly from India, Pakistan, Poland, and many other countries. And you can see this diversity on Cultural Fest Day, when it's always fun. It's fun the time you have this food from different countries. You can see the culture and you can see the dances. And the best part of the university, personally for me, is that it is a prayer room. And alhamdulillah for that. I really appreciate that, being in a foreign land, being in an Orthodox Christian country, you have a prayer room in your university, and that's great. It also has Janamaz, they've kept a Quran, there are also prayer dress for women's. And so let's talk about the festivals of Georgia. So as I told you, Georgia is a Christian country. So around the Christmas time, you have the lights, street lights, Christmas trees everywhere, and it's beautiful at the time. But the thing is that they do not celebrate it on 25th of December. They celebrate it on 7th of January. I think the reason behind it is being Orthodox. Orthodox Christians celebrate it on 7th of January, and Catholics celebrate it on 25th of December. It was same in Ukraine as well. Georgia, it also has a good amount of people as Muslims, but still Eid is not their official holiday. And now let me tell you my story about Eid. It was my first Eid in Georgia. It was Eid al-Adha, as I remember, and I had classes all day, and I was so pissed off, and I was like, oh my god, the whole day classes. I mean, our university is international university and a lot of staff is Muslim, and they still didn't give us a holiday. I mean, at least they could have given us like half day or something, but then who am I to say they don't even have a holiday for 25th of December? I mean, I understand that they celebrate Christmas on 7th of January, but there are Catholic Christians as well who celebrate it on 25th of January, right? And being an international university, I understand that they cannot give holiday on each festival, because then we do have Diwali, we do have Holi, so they cannot give a holiday on every festival. And also, we are med students. We have to just study, and who are we to take holidays? I mean, right? We just have to study. I mean, that's just so silly point of view, but yeah, that's what's going on. Time to discuss about some challenges that we face as a foreign student in Georgia or in any other countries, of course. Personally, I really faced a lot of challenges, and it was quite hard to settle in the beginning, but of course I got used to it, and now things are normal, and the process was fun anyways, so it's always good at the end. The major challenge that I face is language barrier. See, our university is of course in English. We do our learning processes in English, but when you have to interact with locals, or when you're traveling in the buses, or you're buying your stuff from the local markets, you need to know Georgian. And Georgian is a tough language, especially for me. It is a tough language, and to interact with people, especially, it becomes more difficult when you have some serious situations, like when you need to find when you have to rent a flat for yourself, or when you have to visit a doctor in emergencies. So at that moment, you really feel like, oh my god, why don't I know Georgian? Like, why don't they know English? Even though majority of people do know, especially the younger generation here in Georgia knows English and they are very well at it, but not everyone speaks English. And we are also taught Georgian in schools. We learn it. It's been 6 months that I haven't been, it's been actually more than 6 months. And then I'm studying Georgian in my university. but to be honest, we cannot give our full attention to Georgian because we are a medical students, and especially I'm in final year, so we have other major subjects to study and focus on. So some Georgians, we lack understanding, we lack in learning that language, and it makes it difficult. And especially me, I'm really not good at languages. Like, I barely pass Georgian, I barely pass it, but yeah, we're trying our best to do that. And I did have learned few sentences, few words which are like handy in day-to-day life. Other than this, as a hijabi or as a girl who wear abayas or a niqabi, you might find some difficulties, and you will get a lot of stares. Let me tell you, really, my sister, you're going to get a lot of stares, especially during the summertime, because in winters it feels like it's all layered up and people don't notice that much because you have long coats, you have long jackets over you. But in summertime they will notice you because you're the odd one out. Every other people is, and the heat is a lot, like the humidity and the heat, oh my god, it's so bad here. So that's why people find it strange, why are you all covered up in this heat, like it's so warm outside. But they don't understand the fact, the reasoning behind it, of course. So these are the two major challenges that I personally face in here. I'm not going to say that these are all, but these are the major ones. And if you want, I can make a different video on the challenges that I face, especially in our university. When it comes to management, it's really is a task, to have patience at that time, because we already are transfer students and we're again having a lot of trouble with this management system. It's really not good at that time. So that's a story for another video, another topic. That's all from me, and I just want to say that in the end it's all about the love that we get from the locals here, and the freedom to practice your culture, your religion freely. And because everyone here is coming from different backgrounds, and they're away from their home, they miss their family, they miss their culture, and we are all striving very hard to study, to become good doctors. And I really hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helps all of us and all of the students who are studying abroad and facing a hard time. I really hope that Allah makes easy for you. Ameen. So let's wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos, as Ramzan is going to come, and it's going to be my first Ramadan here in Georgia, and I'm going to share my experiences with you, some insights. I hope you enjoy them as well. And if you have any other suggestions, any other questions, or any other topic that you want me to discuss in my other videos, let me know in the comments below, and inshallah I will address them in my next videos. So that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Bye.